As a hiring manager, and somebody that has been offered 99% of jobs interviewed for, here's what I've seen and I actively look for: most compatible fit for the role and the company. I find this when an interviewee is open and honest about their skill sets, soft and hard skills, demonstrates their core personality in the interview and connects with me as a person. We are going to be working closely. If I don't like a person, I won't hire them, and I generally like most people. The people that come in and presume they are the best fit are not good. I had one underqualified woman tell me that she expected me to send her an offer by the end of the day. She was obviously going to be working for me. And she called me honey. We are not in the southern US where that might be acceptable. That would be a no. What I've learned is that there are certain skills that I can't teach somebody to have if they don't have it already. These are soft skills. I can help somebody refine and improve them, but not give them something they don't have. These are things like intuitive problem-solving skills and organization. A plus B means I should do C, then C gets placed here. Ability to hold a balanced conversation, actively listening as well as answering questions thoughtfully, and a certain temperament that lends itself to the type of company I work at. Somebody that loved working at a small family-owned business is likely to hate working for a massive international company. You as an individual can work on gaining these, but you have to have the personal drive to do so. The key is to demonstrate that you have valuable soft skills, read between the lines of that job description, and at least the basic hard skills, those specific to the job, that can be trained on, systems, software, product, etc., the job needs. Plan out good examples of how you have used these skills. I want to know what you accomplished and how using those skills to do it. I'm much more likely to hire a candidate if their soft skills are on the mark and they lack some hard skills knowledge than the other way around. I can train on software, but I can't train you to be curious and confident enough to figure things intuitively when I'm not there, or force you to ask for help when you need it. Focus on showing how your full skill set and personality are a good match for the company. And make sure the company is a good match for you. If you focus on that, you'll have a more successful interview. Understand what the questions you're being asked actually mean. 1. Tell me about yourself is nothing more than what can you do for us? That's all the interviewer really wants to know about you, since what you're able to do for the company is the only rational reason for hiring you, and paying you, in the first place. 2. What can you do for us? It's crucial to know exactly what your natural work-related strengths are, since those are what you'll be bringing with you to contribute to your employer's success. Work with a career coach or a student advisor in your school, or a private career coach if you've graduated or are an experienced professional, to determine what your strengths are. Tell the interviewer, in detail, the many ways that you've helped prior companies to be successful, or how you've used your strengths in volunteer positions and school projects. 3. What is your greatest weakness? Please remember that an interview is a sales call. You are the salesperson who is presenting your strengths, talents, skills, and knowledge to the potential employer. And you cannot sell a weakness. So what you need to do, instead, is talk about a weakness that you have overcome, whether it's a fear of public speaking, improving your math skills, or becoming more comfortable and successful with leading teams in completing projects, etc. You'll be demonstrating that you're human and have had weaknesses, but also showing your ability to learn, grow, get better at doing things, and display your capacity for becoming more professional. 4. Every question on an interview, regardless of what that question is, has an unspoken second half, a part of the question that is never stated out loud by the interviewer because he doesn't even know that it exists. The unspoken second half is, as it relates to your ability to do this job. Tack that phrase onto the end of every single question you're asked, and answer the full question. You'll be focusing on your ability to connect your strengths, talents, education, experience, and knowledge to the very specific job you're applying for. And that's precisely what the interviewer wants you to talk about. There are many other questions you'll be asked that you'll need to have interpreted for you, so that you know what the interviewer is really asking. See if you can work with someone who's excellent at acing interviews, or a career coach, and learn what each question means, and how to answer it like a pro. Most importantly, going in, keep in mind that you want to make the best decision about which job to accept as much as they want to make the right decision in choosing the best applicant. You are at this point on the same turf working for the same goal. If you tend to have sweaty hands, keep a handkerchief in your pocket to dry your hands just before you shake hands. I don't know that it is a secret, but I have discovered there are many applicants who are reluctant to brag about their accomplishments or achievements. Write down your bragging point and work on the verbiage before the interviews. Too often applicants mistake being accretive as being aggressive. It's not the same. Best to be accretive. That is, well, as you know, I'm light on experience but I'm strong on enthusiasm. I always recommend at the end of the interview to ask the one question which can close the deal. That is, do you think I'm qualified for this job? If not, then why not? Address any issues. I'm a fast learner. I didn't mention this during the interview, but if the answer is yes, then respond by telling the interviewer just how interested you are and that you will be anxiously waiting for his final decision. As with any sale, make every attempt to leave an open door for future contact. If they say they will be making their decision on Friday, then ask if it's okay to call on Friday to get their final decision. Enthusiastically. Finally, as I've said so many times, you cannot lose a job you don't have, so go for it. Practice. Even when I'm thoroughly content with my job, I will interview at least twice a year. This way, when I actually need to interview, it's not such an unfamiliar experience. Also, as a software engineer, I'm in a field that's constantly reinventing itself. Observing how questions evolve over time and what kinds of things interviewers are asking allows me to continually refine which of my skills require attention. Oh, and the handshake. It counts as about 20% of the interview. First impressions and all that. While waiting to greet your interviewer, don't clench your fists or do anything that will result in a clammy handshake. And look your interviewer in the eyes with a faint smile when you greet them. Honesty. I don't know if I would say I excel at job interviews. However, I do get offered a job in 95% of the places that I interview at. Most of the places where I didn't get offered are places where both the interviewers and myself have figured out during the interview that it wasn't a good fit. There are only a couple of interviews in the last 20 years where I wanted to get in, but was rejected. The key is to be brutally honest. First, do your research and figure out if the job is fit for you. Go in there with the aim to prove that you can do the job. If, during the course of the interview, you see places where you aren't a good fit, say it aloud honestly. I realize you are looking for someone with 30 skill set, but my expertise is in youre. Be polite. Shake hands. Reasonable people can come to a consensus together. The aim of the job interview is to build consensus about whether you and the job are a good fit. There is no shame in realizing that you don't fit with the company. Don't treat a job interview as a rat race. One word: competence. I can't tell you how many jobs I've swindled from well-informed supervisors that know every trick to the trade. Yeah, let those brilliant bozos sit me down in their leather chair and I'll sell them an A-class line of bullshit like no other. I literally pretend that I'm a used car salesman at job interviews, only I'm selling myself along with my useful experience. All it requires is a calm demeanor, along with some fancy vernacular. Example: so, Mr. Smith, what can you bring to our company that sets you apart from another qualified individual that is equal to you as far as experience? I've always been considered as someone who strives to set the golden standard in everything I do. It yourself am very passionate about said field. I know for a fact that I possess the ability to bring people together with thorough communication and a work ethic that is unmatched, as proven on my resume. Reality: I don't give a fat rat's ass about this Mickey Mouse organization. Just hire me and give me my paycheck. Obviously, go with option A. You'll do much better, so dress nice, eye contact all the way through, speak with confidence and charisma. And most of all, don't let that pencil pusher with an ugly necktie and crooked glasses scare you. You're in control, therefore you get hired. Now go out there and ace that interview. Remember, no one will believe in you if you don't even believe in yourself. Don't forget to subscribe.